It is 5 minutes after 10. We have Mr. Lanter, Mr. Sikowski, Mr. Pacheco, Mr. Padilla, Mrs. Walters. We have 6 members present. We need 4 for a quorum. And Burns.
Mr. Ferrero, Mr. Pacheco is requesting that item number 16 be referred to Public Works
How's Meg?
I think we have 9 members present. We need 1 for a quorum.
My goal is to get to where we were.
Members of the council, we have some presentations, so I think we'll start with the presentations.
What's Jack got there, baby?
That's his granddaughter. Let me point out that this is a meeting of the City Council for the City of Los Angeles on the 24th day of September 1999. There are 15 council districts in the city. The regular meeting days are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are currently being viewed by cable subscribers throughout the Los Angeles area on Channel 35, and we're also being monitored by council phone. So with that, we'll start. Mrs. Walters, did you want to make your introduction?
Yes, I do.
Want to make sure that you knew Councilwoman Sikowski as an introduction.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have with us this morning a very fine addition to our new education family, not to our new education family, but a new addition to our education family here in Los Angeles, and that is Dr. Marshall Edmund Drummond, Edward Drummond. And we want to welcome him to Los Angeles and put the city in a position to help you in any way that we can. And he's already met some of the folks. He's talking about recycling. And we have a council member here, Ms. Galanter, who has really pushed that issue. He wants to do something about it in the community college district, and he's already had a chance to talk with Councilman Padilla about the college in his district. So we congratulate you, Dr. Drummond, on your new position as Chancellor of the Los Angeles Community Colleges, and we have best wishes for your success. We also want to recognize with us the Vice Chancellor of the Community College District, Dr. Bonnie James. And maybe you'd like to have a word to say.
Well, thank you, Councilwoman Walters. I appreciate this comment, this congratulations commendation very much. And I also very much appreciate being invited down today. And I enjoyed a brief reception at which I got to meet many of the council members individually. I'm pleased that the council wants to work more interactively with the Los Angeles community colleges. Certainly, our colleges are part of the fabric of the community, and so many of the things we try to do, and you try to do, and the people we try to reach are the same people. I'm a native Californian. I'm a longtime resident of Los Angeles County and at times the city of Los Angeles, although I have been gone for 15 years. And I must tell you, upon coming back, the city is a much better place than I remembered it, and I liked it when I left. So the work you've done in the private sector and others is really paying off when you come in after being gone for a long while and see how things are. We do have a challenge, many challenges. One of the biggest is the participation rate. That's the number of students per thousand that attend college from the county of Los Angeles is one of the lower in the nation, and that's a problem for all of us. It's a problem for the quality of our communities. It's a problem for the quality of our workforce. And it's a problem that we probably can solve if we work together and work together with the unified schools to make college and career preparation more of a reality for everyone in our communities, and we'll try to be good partners and do that. Thank you very much.
Hello. I wanted to say something while they were still
Ms.
up.
Galanter?
Sorry, don't leave yet. I just wanted to say that I think we've made a good start in improving our partnership with the community colleges through the JobLink program,
Yes.
which, though the DreamWorks project does not survive, the JobLink program does. And the community colleges, all the campuses have been very enthusiastic and cooperative, and that program is moving forward. And while I have the opportunity to say it on television, I want to mention another program that I haven't heard much about, but our zoo director, Manuel Moyanedo, has been trying to work with some of the colleges to establish animal care programs so that our labor force at the zoo and other city facilities will look more like our population. And we have great hopes that the community college system will help us in that regard as well. So we're all had to try it here.
Well, thank you, Council. You may have read about me. I have 2 mules, a horse, and about 25 other animals, so you won't get arguments out of me about animal care.
Well, what we need is some students enrolled in the program.
I
So-
understand.
Okay.
Well, thank you for your leadership on
Doctor,
DreamWorks.
we have a couple meals on the council chamber.
Turkeys and hams.
Call the roll.
Burnson, Chick, Fier, Galanter, Goldberg, Hernandez, Holden, Miskowski, Pacheco, Badia, Ridley, Thomas, Warnich, Wex, Walters, Ferrero, 11 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
Okay, we already pointed out that this is a meeting of the City Council for the City of Los Angeles. And we do have some more presentations, and I'm going to call upon Ms. Galanter next.
John, would you like to join me for the first one?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're in the process of being joined by the entire Driscoll family. Almost. Well, no, I guess, yeah, we're missing a few here, aren't we? What happened to them? Fanked out, huh? Yeah, well, I guess somebody has to go to work. We've actually already done this in a formal sense, but I did want to take the opportunity to recognize Jack Driscoll upon the occasion of his retirement, which is beginning to be old hat by now. As you know, Jack has been a member of the city family for several decades and has made an enormous contribution to this city. We couldn't decide if it was in celebration of his career or his departure that we had probably the largest retirement dinner in city history, which made a whole bunch of money for a nonprofit organization as well. On the occasion of Jack's retirement from his 67 years. How many years at the airport? Almost seven. 7 years as general manager of the Los Angeles Department of Airports, now Los Angeles World Airports. And poor Jack, in that capacity, had to not only manage all the airports, but he had to put up with the rise and development of a serious regional discussion about the future of airports in this region. And I have to say that as the person who is both one of his greatest fans and also one of his greatest pests, that Jack managed to pull this off with the kind of dignity and presence and success that we should all envy. When he left, people in the community who hate the airport were heartbroken that Jack was leaving because they really felt that his efforts at working with the surrounding communities were a new and wonderful chapter in airport history. And he's also presided over the improvements of the airport, and a huge investment program, new terminals, new palm trees, new restaurants, new concessions. If I sound like I'm doing a commercial for the airport, I hereby apologize. But the fact is that it has really improved significantly in the last several years, and Jack has worked very hard to make that happen. But of course, before he went to the airport, Jack was our personnel director, and I think probably his greatest lasting contribution to this city is that he's the guy who really made the affirmative action program work. And we are we're going to be appreciating that for decades to come when nobody's ever heard of Jack Driscoll, but the program will be in place, and the city labor force will, even without programs, by another few years, it's just going to be, these are our people, and these are who works here at work, and we don't have to worry about affirmative action. So we have a very long resolution, which as a special favor I'm not going to read. And this is the second time I've presented it, but this time it has all the signatures on it. So you can take it home with you this time. But this basically recites Jack's entire career here, including the city's affirmative action program, changes in the city's charter resulting in better promotional opportunities, all his awards that he's managed to pull off. He really presided over the change at Los Angeles International Airport from just a big polluter to one of the leaders in alternative fuel vehicles, recycling programs, and a whole series of other environmental good things. And we don't think of airports as doing that kind of stuff, but this one does. So we're going to miss you, Jack. And I'm going to let John talk before I hand you this thing, and then we'll do all that. Jack is joined here today by his wife, Diana, and one of his many children, and this is the only grandchild, right? The newest addition to the Driscoll family, who's taking a somewhat skeptical view of this proceeding, I see. But at least she hasn't howled yet. So, John, it's your turn, and then we'll do this for real. Then it's your turn.
Yeah, thank you, Ruth. Jack will be missed. He's served the city well for so many years, and if you visit another major airport, you'll find out what a great airport we do have, and a lot of that is the contribution that Jack Driscoll has made, and we really appreciate the good work he's done. We wish you the best in your retirement, and I'm sure that you're going to have a lot of time babysitting in the future.
Thank you.
All right, Jack, it is my pleasure to present you with this double-sized resolution signed by all of the mayor, no, not by the, yeah, we got him on here somewhere too, yeah. We let him down in the corner. By the mayor and the city council, wishing you well in your retirement and thanking you for your years of dedicated service.
Thank you, Councilwoman Galanter. Prior to having Mr. Driscoll speak, we do have some council members that would like to say a few words. The chair would like to recognize Councilwoman Chick.
I want to give Jack a chance to speak soon, and I also feel that my colleagues Ruth and John covered most of the territory. I want to point out that Ruth, who is burdened with a heavy weight on her shoulders of being the watchdog for her city with a very important entity, the city's airport, for her to stand up and say the kinds of glowing things that she did about your management, Jack, is really a tribute to you. I simply want to add that it's been a pleasure working with you on also some very difficult and unfortunately still unresolved issues, but not due to your lack of being in there and fighting and trying at Van Nuys Airport. I'm sorry I never got to work with you when you were head of personnel, and you're going to be sorely missed. You have my deep respect and gratitude, and I know you're going to go on and continue to enjoy life and whatever else you do in your career. But deep thanks.
Thank you, Mrs. Chick. The chair recognizes Councilman Burnson.
I just want to rise to wish Jack the best in the future. We've had a long association, both as a constituent of mine and a former resident of the district, and then as head of personnel, and finally in the airport. I think that his vision and his dedication to the city have really made tremendous improvements at LAX. I'm really sorry to see you go, Jack, and but you must move on, and I know that you're too young to retire completely, so I know we're going to be seeing you in the future, but wish you the best and really want to thank you for the years of service to our city.
Thank you, Mr. Burnson. The chair recognizes Councilwoman Walters.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to say a special thank you to Jack for being the very open person that you've been. I first met you when you were in personnel before you went to the airport, and there's just a ring of integrity about you that I knew that the information you transmitted was real and that it was credible, and I think that is the most important thing that a person can have. And I really think that you're a real loss for the city family. And I do wish you the very best wherever you go, and many more grandchildren. It's wonderful of you to bring the granddaughter in.
Thank you, Ms. Walters. The chair recognizes Councilwoman Misikowski.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to add, too, how lucky the city has been to have Jack Driscoll, and not only at the airport, where he's handled some very, very difficult problems over the last number of years, but when he was the director of personnel, because as Ms. Walters has said, he is a man of integrity, he is the epitome of what a city employee should be, and I can't imagine a better person to have been the head of personnel to set the standard, to set the testing, to set the quality for all the other personnel and people who would be hired as city employees to come. And although we've had problems, growth issues at LAX and managing that growth, and Van Nuys, as Ms. Chick indicated, the interesting thing that I think we also are running and operating Ontario. And although we hear problems about airports, Ontario has as much air traffic and passenger traffic as Burbank, where we hear lots more controversy, and we hear none at Ontario. And so I think we should bring in the good as well as the bad, and that too is due to Jack and the management. And so I'm very, very sorry that you are leaving the city in all of the capacities that you've served.
Thank you, Councilwoman. The chair recognizes Councilman Holden.
Jack, after all that testimony, you don't have to go. You got 8 votes to keep you here now. You thought it was just the other way around. Jack, you heard it all today. I just know you to be a guy when you're in personnel, to be fair to all people and giving them an opportunity to become gainfully employed and serve the people of this city as employees. you, without even notifying anyone, in my view, you provided an outreach program for all, regardless of their race, sex, persuasion. You're just that kind of a good guy. And of course, being head of the airport is a tough job. I can understand you wanting to leave. I mean, you worked in Ruth District. I mean, I was just lucky to get reelected. I wanted to leave too. But the fact of the matter is that we're going to miss you. People like you are rare, not only in our community, but in our society and in our world. And you're one such person that everybody can count on to do a good job for all. As has already been stated by Mr. Bernstein, you are much too young to quit now. You've learned so much, and you still have much more time left to share with others. And I'm sure you'll do just that. God bless you and your family, and good luck for your future career, because there will be many, I'm sure.
Jack, I would also like to echo the sentiments of my colleagues to wish you well and all of our working regarding the multitude of issues at the airport. You have always been the true professional, and really, you are one of the true good guys of city government, and I'd like to wish you well to you and your family, because you've done a terrific job and you deserve all the best. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Driscoll.
Thank you very much. This is a chance that I get to say something more than yes or no, which is what I was counseled when I first came to the city council, that if you say anything more than yes or no, then you're just going to get into a fight with the council. I have to say, I probably the most important thing in my life has been my career, and I've enjoyed being a quotes bureaucrat now for almost 36 years, 16 in Seattle and 15 in Seattle and 21 here, and I've enjoyed every job I've ever had. It's been exciting. I've liked the politics. I've liked dealing with the city council. I've liked solving your problems. I don't mind the arm wrestling that we used to get into, and I think that's part of why I guess I've stayed the course. It's really been fun, and it did become a point when you say, gee, I hope I know when it's my time, and I think that I decided it was my time. But I want to thank everybody here. You've been very generous to me. You've been supportive of issues, and none of them are easy, particularly for you as elected officials representing each of your districts. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank Ruth and the rest of the council members for saying these kind words, John and everybody else. I don't know that they're quite deserved. I think people tend to say this when someone's going out the door, but I do really appreciate it very much. I have to say that probably the strongest support has been my family. Darcy, who's here with us today, and our granddaughter Devin and Diana, and then John, who's our son, just finished Loyola Law School and is sweating out the results of the bar. Danielle, our oldest daughter, who happens to be an analyst in the Harbor Department, and then Tracy, who's a senior in college, weren't able to make it because of work and other commitments. But they've been very helpful to me, and if it wasn't for them and keeping me on the straight and narrow, I'd probably have wavered a bit. So I really appreciate my relationship with you and the support of my family. And so thank you very much. And I'm hoping that I will go on to something different and have an enjoyable time as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Jack. All the best.
Thank you. I have one more, Mr. President.
Councilwoman Galanter.
Andrew, where are you? All right, this one I'm going to have to read because there are so many awards these guys have gotten. I'm joined here this morning by two of the management people from Anheuser-Busch, and most of us know Anheuser-Busch because we drive by the brewery all the time and because we know it's our biggest water and power customer. But I have them in council this morning because they are also one of our biggest environmental protection, what am I trying to say here? Practitioners, that's the word I want. And so I've asked them to come in and receive a Good Earthkeeping Award from the City of Los Angeles. Let me just give you some examples of the kinds of things that they do. I'm joined here today by Andrew Baldonado, who many of you know is the Director of Local Government Affairs, and the Plant Manager, Gary Lee, over my other shoulder. Hi, Gary. And here are some of the things that you should know about them. They're not only the world's largest producer of beer, but they also have a really widespread reputation as a company that recognizes the importance of the environment and does a lot to protect and enhance it. And of course, there are so many companies, we tend to think of industry as antithetical to the environment, not these guys. They've received a number of awards, and they've established an environmental policy committee, which reports directly to the board of directors. Let me just list a few of these. They've reduced solid waste, and they've conserved water and energy by changing the operation of the plant in order to do these things. The LA brewery, as is only fitting, is the most efficient brewery in their whole nationwide system. And for 13 years, they've reduced the water use by 25% through a combination of conservation and reclamation. They've been recognized by DWP 4 separate times for their success in conserving water. With respect to energy at the Los Angeles plant, they use anaerobic systems to convert liquid wastes into methane gas, which they then use as fuel. They've established a bioenergy recovery system, which increases the quality of the water discharged from the brewery and also reduces their dependence on natural gas by 20%. With respect to recycling, they use fewer raw materials, less energy, increased recycled content in their cans and bottles. More than 50% of the cans have recycled content, and 35% of the bottles comes from recycled glass. The used grains, what they call spent grains, are recycled into cattle feed for dairy cows. The wood chips are used a number of times before they're recycled into decorative bark. And the yeast is reused after the alcohol is removed for dog and cat food. So you cannot blame a drunken dog on Anheuser-Busch. Anheuser-Busch is a founding member of the Buy Recycled Business Alliance, which is dedicated to not only motivating U.S. businesses to create a market for recycled materials, but also by showing them how it's done. Every year, Anheuser-Busch purchases over $2 billion worth of packaging materials with recycled content, keeping more than 1 billion pounds of post-consumer materials recycled and out of the landfills, which saves us all money in the end. They've received EPA's 1998 Climate Wise Achievement Award, California EPA's 1998 RAP Award of the Year, the awards from DWP, the Ron Brown Corporate Excellence Award from the White House in 1999, and the best is yet to come, the Good Earthkeeping Award from the City of Los Angeles. I just have to say one more thing that's not in the prepared speech. These guys decided not to use the same kind of bottle that I had in here that Miller was threatening to inflict on us. And these guys said, okay, we don't have to do that because it is not an environmentally friendly bottle. These guys do it right. And for that, it is my great pleasure and pride to present you with the Good Earthkeeping Award from the City of Los Angeles. One of you should say something.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman Clanter. Very much appreciate being honored today by the LA City Council. We are obviously very proud of our involvement here in Los Angeles. The brewery's been here in LA since 1954. Long before I was around, and hopefully many of us as well. But really, the level of commitment to the environment starts, as the councilwoman mentioned, at the very top. Our chairman and CEO, August Busch, has a long-held belief in protecting our environment, and that is carried out at the over 1,200 workers we have at our brewery. Some of our workers have started their own programs, recycling batteries from their Walkman and all kinds of other wonderful things that we're doing every day at our brewery and many of our wholesale operations. And obviously, Gary, who's here with me today, Gary is the plant manager and runs the brewery out in Los Angeles, and most of that activity and the excellent environmental practices certainly come as well from Gary. So I certainly thank him for coming down and joining me today, and thank you very much.
And for those of you who've never seen it, if you want to see environmental conservation at work, have them take you on a tour of the plant where you can see how they capture back the used grains and what they do with all that stuff. It's really interesting stuff. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilwoman. The chair recognizes Councilwoman Miskowski for a presentation.
Thank you, Mr. President. What I have today is actually an introduction, and I am introducing some people who are participants in letting the public know about a wonderful treasure in the city of Los Angeles. Last week, you might remember, I was here to tell you about what was going on in the Sepulveda Basin at a world-class cricket field when we had the international cricket competition. Today I'm here to introduce Jean Jock, and with her are members of the advisory board of the Japanese Garden, also in the Sepulveda Basin at the Tillman plant. And it's interesting to be following up with Ruth's award about World Conservation and Friend of the Earth, good reclamation, environmental recycling, and conservation, because this too, the Japanese Garden, which is a secret treasure, a wonderful oasis, Zen-like, in the Sepulveda Basin, a beautiful garden and a hidden treasure, is also created as a consequence of conservation and reclamation. It is created from the treated water at the Tillman plant, and what they do with it there at this garden is truly masterful. And Jean and the people who are with her, who are both on the advisory board and docents at the park, are going to make a presentation about what they are doing with LA schools, and also hopefully tell you about your ability this weekend to come down and see it, because the Japanese Garden is going to have an open house this weekend. So Jean, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I thank you for this opportunity because we're very excited about this book that we have developed. It's about the Japanese gardens, and it goes to the schools, the 4th and 5th graders, and they have now been distributed through the Los Angeles school system and will now be distributed through other school systems and to the private schools and parochial schools. The book is a workbook for 4th and 5th grader, and it tells all about the garden. It introduces them to some of the language that they will meet when they come to visit. Then the second half is about the Donald C. Tillman Water Reclamation Plant. And this also introduces them to the language of some of the things they will find when they go to visit there. We also have a wonderful poster that Leslie Rigney has made for the children to put up. And you will receive a book with the posters in for you to have. But this shows the process of the water reclamation at the plant. And it makes it very, very simple. And we have a special friend that's here with us today, too. And his name is Wally Waterdrop. Where's Wally? This is our Wally Waterdrop, and he's our little fellow that helps to explain all these things to the children as they go through the book. And Wally is going to be at our open house on Saturday at the garden, which is from 11 to 4, and we'd love to have you there. There are booklets that are going to be passed out to you, and also the booklet, which I want you to really look at, and our new calendars for 2000, which we're really proud of. And they're there for all of you to use, and if you need any more. Also, if you have someone else that you know of that you think we should give these books to, we have lots of them. We have 10,000 books, and so they're going to be around for a while, and we're going to make sure that everybody gets to know about water reclamation. And then you will be getting an invitation also to the breakfast, which is in October the 21st at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I know it's far for some of you to come to the Valley, but we really hope that you will come in and hear what's going on at the Valley. We really want to share it with you because it belongs to all of you, not just the Valley. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean.
Yes, Chair would like to recognize Councilwoman Chick.
I just want to say that one of the things I'm envious of my colleague about is the fact that just over the border is the Tillman Reclamation Plant, and especially the Japanese Gardens. And the comment about it's far to go, it's definitely not too far to go at all for all of my colleagues and their constituents, because it really is one of the jewels of the city. We've had staff meetings there. It's a wonderful location for council offices to hold meetings at, and especially weddings, tours, and learning about all the things you said. So I just want to express my appreciation and my envy, Councilmember Misikowski.
Thank you.
We can come in the back and have a picture taken if you'd like, or do you have books to get?
Jean's giving the books around now. The books are
Thank you, Ms. Sikowski. Mr. Fuhr for a presentation.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, last week I followed a dance and food and singing presentation, hard act to follow, and today we're following Drops of Water. Janet, it's a tough way to live. I wanted to take this opportunity to make a presentation to the former commission president of our Commission on Disability, Janet Neal. Janet has herself overcome disabilities to lead a very significant life and career on behalf of people who are disabled as a volunteer with our commission. She has a long-standing history on issues related to people with disabilities in the city of Los Angeles, going back to 1981, I think under Mayor Bradley at that point. And here we are almost 20 years later, and she has left a legacy that is really quite remarkable of leadership in the city, not only because of her commitment to specific improvements in the way the city handles issues for people who are disabled, but also by her own example. She shows people throughout the city of Los Angeles, and indeed our state and our nation, that one's disability should not be an impediment to assuming a crucial role in the life of one's community. And Janet, on behalf of all of us in the city of Los Angeles, I want to make this presentation to you and commend you for decades of service and what is undoubtedly a lifetime yet to come of further service to the city, to people who are disabled, to all of us. Congratulations. This is the photo opportunity first, I think. Want the picture? Let's just-
Thank you very much. You kind of put it all in a nutshell for me. It's been a bumpy ride, but I have enjoyed all of it, and I've enjoyed the support and cooperation from all members of City Council and from the various city departments. I have here this is my support team, everybody. This is what the people that keep me on my feet, that keep me motivated. All the issues that I brought from the back of the room up and put them on the table come from these people right here. I have friends here from Culver City Senior Citizen Center, people from the Office for the Disabled. I have representatives here from the National Ehlers-Danlos Foundation and the local chapter. And if you've never seen anybody with Ehlers-Danlos before, because it is a very, very unusual, very rare condition, I have 1, 2, 3 people right here, along with my dad, who also has it. I have my young niece. I have members of the Central Los Angeles Independent Living Center, where we hope to continue some of the things that the city has started into the inner city. And I have some friends here that I worked with for a long period of time. We would go out into the community and put on showcases featuring people with disabilities with a little talent. And I would also like to say to the boys and girls at Hobart Elementary School and to Virginia Road Elementary School, boys and girls, stay in school and listen to what your teachers have to say. And you can participate in city government too. All you have to do is stick to the rules.
Good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
President, thank you.
That was very well said, Patricia. All right, Mr. Holden for a presentation.
Mr. SB, front and center. Right. Mr. SB has been with us 30 years? You don't even look 30 years old. Some of these guys here, they wear and tear on them. You love what you were doing, that's obvious. Mr. Espy was hired in 1969. His name is Darrell. Began his career as a tree trimming assistant. Now, you were qualified to do more, and we discovered that right away. And in 1975, you were promoted to a tree surgeon. You know, you got a good scalpel, and I know a few heads around here that I want you to operate on, even though I know you're leaving. You know, straighten them out a little bit. In 1983, Mr. Espy was transferred to DWP and returned to street tree as a supervisor, Supervisor 1. He didn't stop there. In 1992, they promoted him to Supervisor 2. He was in charge of the East Valley, North Hollywood Yard, and finished up his services serving the people of Los Angeles and Westchester. So for those of you who had to respond to many requests to get those trees trimmed with a surgeon touch, Mr. Espy was the guy who did the job, and you were serving your constituents. I know I called upon you many times, and you got out there, you did a good job, and you did your job so well, I'm still here. So it's indeed my pleasure to congratulate you, Mr. Espy, for 30 years of service to the city of Los Angeles. You've served us well, and we'll always appreciate that, and we wish you success in your future career. You were so young, you could even run for office now. Congratulations.
Thank you. To the council officers, we'd like to thank you very much. I enjoyed my career with the city, along with the help from my father. He's been retired from the street tree division for 18 years. He's also joined me in behind me. But
Oh, yeah, stand up.
Otis?
Mr.
Otis?
Espy, come on up here. Your mother here too?
That's my father.
Is your mother here?
He's been retired 18 years.
Wife here?
My wife is right here.
Oh, yeah,
That's
okay.
my wife.
Oh, you Mr. Otis Espy?
Yes.
And you work for the city, when did you get hired by the city?
1947.
1947. And so it's been a family affair. They served us well, and we want to congratulate the Espys and thank them so very much for jobs well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, Mr. Holden. 1947 was a good year. Next.
I was discharged from the Army then, Mr. President.
Yeah. I made All-American that year. Next item.
Approval of the minutes.
All right, Mr. Savornich moves, Mr. Wax seconds. There's no objection, unanimous vote. Next item.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
There's no objection, unanimous vote. Next item.
Before beginning the regular agenda, Mr. President, there are several items to continue. Item number 1, the applicant consents to a continuance to October 27th, 1999.
There's no objection, unanimous vote.
Item number 5 should be received and filed. It was acted upon already by council.
There's no objection, unanimous vote.
Item number 15, Councilmember Walters requests that be continued to October 8th.
Item 15.
Yes, Mr. President.
There's no objection, unanimous vote. Next item.
And item number 16, Councilmember Pacheco requests to be referred to Public Works Committee.
If there's no objection, unanimous vote. Next item.
Item number 9, confirmation of city official Karen B. Winnick to the Board of Zoo Commissioners.
Mrs. Winnick, would you take the center table? Any discussion on this? We need a motion on this. Ms. Sikowski moves. Any discussion? If not, prepare the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Ms. Winnick, you've been approved. We want to thank you for serving the city. We're very interested in that zoo, and we want to make it the best there is in the country. So you got a big job ahead of you.
Thank you so much. I will try my utmost to do my best. Thank you.
Thank you. Forthwith on that. Next item.
Items for which public hearings have been held, items 2 through 8, with the exception of 5 that's already been acted upon.
Okay, we have any special by council members?
To item 6, the report that was distributed had an error in it that has since been corrected. I'd like to move the report of item 6 but delete recommendation 3, which was not what the committee did.
Okay.
It transfers money from the reserve that's not necessary, so. Remember, is it number 4?
Yeah.
Let's triple check. Number 4, that's correct, thank you, Cindy. Yeah,
Delete
delete number
three.
4.
And the new report has been distributed.
The new report has been distributed.
Yes. Okay.
This is why we're a team on the committee.
On item 7 and 8, we also want to instruct the city attorney to draft the ordinances, add that to the report. Mr. Holden moves on that. So if we have 2, 3, 4, 5 as amended by Mr. 6 rather, as amended by Mr. Fuhr, and 7 and 8 as amended to ask that the city attorney draft the ordinances. Tabulate the vote.
Mr. President.
12 ayes.
I was going to call 2 and 4 special.
Well, Mr. Holden, you know...
you announced the vote right away.
No, I asked any specials a long time ago. You want to call 2 and 3 special?
2 and 4.
2 and 4?
For clarification.
All right, if there's no objections, we'll reconsider those and have those laid on the desk. Next item.
Items for which public hearings have not been held, items 9 through 14.
10 through 14. 10 through 14. Any specials there? Anybody want to be heard on any of those items?
Yeah.
Anybody want to be heard? Seeing none, the public hearing is closed. Any specials now?
10.
10 and 13.
Was that 11 also?
Huh?
I just need to make a comment before I send 13 to committee.
Yes. Mr. Savornich?
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. On item number 13 is a motion in regards to our exploring with the Department of Transportation, the city's department and the school district, on how better to move children across the city of Los Angeles in school buses. The motion specifically mentions seat belts and some type of restraint systems. However, in the last few days, the National Transportation Safety Board have stated in a report that this may not be the optimum solution to best move children in school buses, that we should also consider protective padding and other types of safety mechanisms. And I just wanted to state that to the record before asking Mr. President that this be sent to committee in order that all types of safety measures be considered in regards to moving children in school buses.
Okay, so you're requesting 13 be sent to committee?
Please.
If there's no objections, unanimous vote. Okay, the next item. Okay, we have 11, 12, and 14. Prepare the roll.
I'd just like to be recorded as a no vote on 12E.
No vote on 12E. All right. All right, prepare the roll on those items and record Mrs. Walters as a no vote on 12E. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Those are approved. And one no on 12E. You got that, Marie? Next item.
Items on the continued agenda, item number 15, as public hearing has been held.
No, we continued that. Mrs. Walters wanted that continued.
Item number 2 is called special by Councilmember Holden.
All right, Mr. Holden, item number 2.
Mr. President, this is from the Budget and Finance Committee, and it's very general, and maybe Mr. Fuhr can explain it. For example, item 2 of 2, paragraph 2 of 2, saying adopt accompanying resolutions approving reimbursement of city finance expenses in support of any project included in the future general fund lease financing program. I mean, we're doing that before the project surfaces, and I'm concerned about that. I'm also concerned about paragraph number 3, which says amend the Los Angeles Code to create a special fund for the 99-2000 General Fund Lease Financing Program, MECLA, and for acquisition construction funds, such funds to be administered by the general managers. That's okay. But 4 says that present and adopt accompanying ordinances, which we don't have accompanying ordinances, approving the leasing and subleasing of the properties belonging to the city to and from the Municipal Improvement Corporation of Los Angeles. We don't have those ordinances, so I just want to know if you could explain those two things to me.
Sure. Why don't we have a report from Mr. Ocampo from the CIO's office, and then we can proceed.
Okay. With respect to item number 2, basically what what this does is it allows the city to reimburse itself for a helicopter for the fire department that was about $6.7 million, which we have already acquired. We borrowed funds from the, one of the, I believe it was a wastewater fund, and now we need to be able to reimburse that fund from the MICLA money. The ordinances were filed with the city clerk.
They were? We tried to get them, we don't have them.
I believe there were draft copies attached to the staff report, and they were also delivered to the city clerk for
When?
file. They were delivered on, when the report went forward on August 13th, and there were revisions made after the Budget and Finance Committee considered this item, and were subsequently submitted to the city clerk, I believe, late last week.
Well, as I stand here, I don't have it. I think it's being presented to me now, and that was my concern. If I'd had that, I could have read it, and I would have known. Was the amounts of monies that you're talking about for helicopters included in that budget?
Yes, they are. And the ordinances, all they do is, one ordinance sets up a special fund, so the monies can be placed in there, and the other ordinance provides for leaseback of the properties. There are several capital improvements to two sanitation yards and maintenance yards that we're funding in the.
Now, what about the clause that deals with future projects?
No, that's just the wording. It only applies to projects that have already been previously approved by the council.
Then it should be read correctly. It should say projects that have already been approved, not future projects.
Mr. Holden, with regard to the item, we have a couple choices. We could hold it on the desk if you'd like to have a chance to review the ordinances specifically, or we can move forward. If you'd like to hold it on the desk while you look at the ordinances, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm just saying, but there's still future projects, ordinance that I'll have will not discuss that issue. Future projects should be deleted.
Mr. Ocampo, is any reason for that language to remain in the?
No, I believe that's the way we've always worded it, and we can refer back to the city attorney if it needs to be revised. But I believe that's the language that's always been used in the past.
All right. Well, Mr. President, I'll tell you what. I mean, we can either, I'm prepared to move the report, and Mr. Holden would like a little more time to review the ordinances. We can hold it on the desk for the other special items. It's up to Mr. Holden.
No. It's not what you want to do and what I want to do. That's not what it is. I'm looking for clarification, Mr. Fewer.
Okay.
And I think for us to vote on something for the future that's not before us is not to what I was elected to do. I think we have to have the matter before us so we can vote on it. And that's all inclusive when you say for future projects. Do you want to leave that language in, yes or no?
Yes, I believe the reason it's worded that way is because it has to do with the time at which the expenditure is made versus when the reimbursement gets made. So the expenditure has already occurred, so therefore it's from a future financing, meaning the current MICLA financing. The expenditure has already taken place.
So did we authorize the expenditure?
Yes, it was approved by the council.
All right, that's what I want to know. You could say that, which has previously been approved by the council, and that language would then suffice.
Fair enough. Mr. President, I move the item.
Okay, we have item number 2 before us. Prepare the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
That is approved. Now we have
With on item 6.
forthwith on item 6.
And item 2.
And item 2. And we have item number 4 now. Mr. Holden has called that special.
Mr. President, the same thing. This is Mr. Fewer. This is from your committee again. And we're having money that's reverting back from projects that were not spent and from various departments, but it doesn't tell us how much money. So you're in the budget and finance, maybe somebody can tell us what we're really talking about?
Sure. Please.
Bill Raggio with the CAO's office. The reason we didn't put dollar amounts was because this was done before the end of the fiscal year, and we weren't sure exactly how much was going to be left in the account.
But the fiscal year is over, right? When did
Right.
it end? When did the fiscal year end?
June 30th,
June 30th. What's the date?
September 24th.
And when was this moved out of committee to the council?
September 8th.
Right. So the monies could have been included. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Again, when the report was prepared, at the time the report was prepared, we didn't have specific dollar
I know,
amounts.
but if I
And
were...
it becomes an issue when we include specific dollar
My
amounts
question
and
is,
they
how much
change.
money it is, just tell us. That's all we need to know. There's a lot of departments. See, whenever they have their goals, they set their goals, the general managers, they tell us what they're going to do. And this one, we're determining whether or not they met their goals if they didn't spend the money for the project they requested it for. I mean, this gives us a lot of information. Go ahead, tell us.
Councilman, our ability to provide you that information is contingent on receiving the information from the Controller's Office, and as of this date, they have not finished the year-end financial statements. Once we have it, we'll be more than happy to bring it to this council.
Would you bring it back to us? Could we amend this report, Mr. Fuhrer, to say that once they have that information, they
Sure.
can bring us back?
That's fine.
By all means.
And let us know how much money that we're really in fact talking about.
Fair enough.
Because we're going to be augmenting the budget. There can be budget amendments between 9 and midterm, and we want to know where we are.
Well, these come from special funds, but that's fine. All right, very well. Mr. President, move the item.
Item number 4 is before us. Prepare the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
That is approved. Next item.
Item number 10, called special by Councilmember Holden.
Your third one, Mr. Holden.
Mr. President, we are going to transfer some property to Glendale for $5,000 for 50 years. Would you tell us about that? And what would Glendale be authorized to do with their property? If they can make a profit on it, why can't we? These are the kind of questions that I wanted to raise.
Olivia Sevis-Valanger from CAO.
Go ahead, say it real loud, I'm sorry.
Yes, this property is going to remain the city's property.
It will?
It will, yes. What we're doing here is there's some water contamination that needs to be taken care of that's flowing from Glendale through there. Glendale's going to go in there and put in tanks to treat the water. And we are going to get $5,000 for them to be able to do that work. They will take on all the O&M costs, all the construction costs. And this was required by EPA.
And the land would remain with the city?
Yes.
For us to do with it what we choose?
Correct.
Okay, that wasn't clear in the report. Thank you very much.
Item number 10 before us. Prepare the roll. Tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
That is approved. Next item.
This is the time for comments from the public on non-agenda items.
Okay, we have Theo and Nico Mikpopopoulos.
I'm Nico Milanopoulos, and I live in Los Angeles.
I'm Theo Milanopoulos, and I live in Los Angeles.
Our group, called Kids Voice LA, is organizing a kids' march against gun violence, called the March of the Angels. It will be held on Saturday, October 2nd, on Museum Row on Wilshire and near Fairfax.
Our kickoff rally begins at 11 a.m. at the amphitheater behind the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. The march will then proceed to Wilshire. The march will end in front of the Art Museum with a closing ceremony in remembrance of the nearly 400 kids living in LA who are shot each year.
After the March of the Angels, you can enjoy Los Angeles County Art Fair open house with free entry to the 6 museums located on Museum Row. There will also be a street fair on Wilshire, with food and free family entertainment.
Please come and march against gun violence with your city's kids. Show them that the safety of the kids of this city is your top priority. We hope you will all come and march with us.
Anyone else want to be heard? If not, the public comment period is closed. Next item.
Motions for posting and referral.
There's no objections, unanimous vote.
You have an excuse on the desk. Councilmember Ridley Thomas requests to be excused Friday, October 15th. City business meets council policy.
Unanimous vote. Next item.
The desk is clear, Mr. President.
Okay, do we have any adjourning motions? Would everyone please stand? Mr. Fuhrer?
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I'd like to ask all of us to adjourn in memory of Harry Krupnick. Harry Krupnick was a wonderful philanthropist from Sherman Oaks who had having retired in the 1970s from a very successful career, along with his wife Belle, really devoted themselves to making the world better for other people. They made substantial contributions to, for example, the Adult Day Healthcare and Mental Health Care Center at the Jewish Family Services storefront in North Hollywood, to the arts, to Valley College, to an array of causes that have really made Los Angeles a much better place. Mr. Krupnick really deserves all our admiration and respect, and I do ask that we adjourn in his memory.
I'd like to second that also.
There's going to be a lot of people who want to second that, so Mr. Burnson?
Yes, members of the council, I'd ask that we adjourn in memory of Jessie Weber, who passed away on Monday, September 20th. She was 89 years old and born on January 16th, 1911. She was the mother to a close friend of mine, Silvio Pensante, and she's survived by 3 sons, Gino, Donald, and Silvio.
Mr. Padilla?
Yes, I have 2 requests, Mr. President. First request, the council adjourn in memory of Moni Lazarovich of Sherman Oaks, who passed away this past Monday, September 20th in Panorama City. Moni was a Romanian immigrant who served in the Romanian Army and came to America after waiting 7 years for a visa. He was a man of few words, but one of his most cherished phrases was, "Don't worry." He enjoyed playing cards with his friends, watching sports, and he truly loved his family. His wife, Simone, he met on a blind date, and their 2 daughters, Laureen and Nadia, who survived him. He loved living his life to the moment. Funeral services were held this last week at Eden Memorial in Mission Hills. Also wish to adjourn in memory of Brian Biff McGann, who was known for his passion, laughter, warmth, and his commitment to his friends and family. He was a huge sports fan, backing the Los Angeles Dodgers and the UCLA Bruins in every contest. He passed away this August after jumping into a swimming pool to save his niece from being electrocuted.
Yeah, all members on that.
All members.
There was a Memorial Co-ed softball tournament held this last Sunday at El Carrizo Park in Sylmar, with the proceeds to go to benefit needy children who wish to participate in sports and recreational programs. Sylmar High School has established a baseball scholarship in his name, and he also is someone who lived life to the fullest. He certainly did. He's survived by his wife and other family members. Thank you.
All members. Mr. Wax?
Yes, first I'd like the council to adjourn in memory of Catherine King. She was the wife of Phil King, who was the city engineer who retired in the mid-'80s from the city and served this city for many, many years with honor and distinction. And I'd also like the council to adjourn in the memory of Leo Costelli, who is unquestionably the most influential and important art dealer in the world in the last 50 years, and I'll give the clerk the pertinent information.
Mrs. Walters?
Yes, I'd like to ask the council to adjourn in the memory of Jack Loomer. Jack was a member of the downtown Loomer family that has contributed much to the growth and sustenance of downtown. They were a deeply religious family. They were astute business people who came to Los Angeles with very little and really were very prosperous. He is a loss to the community and certainly to downtown.
I'd like to
To join on that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, if you'd like to join on that, please.
All right, call the roll.
I just talked to him.
The council is adjourned. 10 minutes after 11. If Mr. Holden had gotten here sooner and didn't talk, we'd have been out of here at 10:30.